Tracy Dennis, owner of Sunset Racing Engines in Lubbock, Texas. I've been using the Hughes product for probably 9 years now. I can't tell you how much it's made our life a lot easier, being able to supply the race engines to the racers and then be able to give them a converter that's perfectly matched to make our product look good. We've had great success with their stuff. It's very, very consistent. They're out here testing on a weekly basis along with us, so we find that it takes a lot less time to get the new product. We can call on the phone, have an idea, they will develop it, they will send us a test piece, we test back and forth with them. We've had zero basic transmission problems since we started running their transmission 7 or 8 years ago. And like I say, the converters have been second to none as far as consistent. Jim and Kevin out on the road with the racers, they've been really good about listening to the racers, being able to hear what they're talking about and being racers themselves, and they're able to develop a little bit finer product than some of the other manufacturers have been able to do. Their company, as far as back in the office, has the same work ethics that mine do. They believe the customer is always right and always taken care of, the customer service. We get excellent customer service from them. It's not uncommon if a guy's at a racetrack. We've had, in the last 7 years, we've probably had 30 to 40 converters sent to the racetrack, red label, to get a customer out of a bind or just to try something.
Hello, my name's Tom Bogner from Lucas Oil Products. I'm here debuting our new Lucas Oil Don Davis Super Gas Corvette, featuring actually our new transmission and Hughes trans and converter actually. Been running Hughes transmissions and converters for about 5 years. We never have any issues with transmission problems, converter problems. We stay consistent on the track. Basically, the Lucas Oil cars, which consist of quite a few sportsmen, Hughes is a very, very competitive part for us. So anyways, we have a great relationship with Hughes. I met Jim, talked to him about our Sure Shift ATF for Lucas Oil. We switched him over actually to our oil, and Hughes Performance now sells Lucas Oil from their office in Phoenix. So it's a great relationship. I can't imagine running a car without a Hughes transmission or converter. And this is a brand new car, so hope to see this on the track soon, and hopefully I can do a great job for Hughes Performance and Lucas Oil.
My name is Craig Anderson. I'm with Hughes Motorsports. 10 years ago, we had the opportunity to switch all our cars over to the Hughes Performance line. Since that time, the reliability is second to none. Another reason we switched to Hughes is the fact that they're at the track. If you have any issues whatsoever, you can go up to the trailer, talk to Jim, Kevin, and your problem is solved.
Hi, I'm Steve Williams from K&N, and we build air filters for a living. We also build performance oil filters. And this is one of my cars. I race in Super Gas and Super Comp. I also have a dragster. This is a 63 Corvette that I race. And anybody that follows drag racing knows that it's not only an all-out sport where performance really counts, but it's also a sport where real consistency is what really wins rounds in the type of racing that we do. I've been associated with Hughes Performance for probably close to 20 years. And one of the things that I really like about their transmissions and their torque converters is that not only does it give you that all-out speed and additional mile an hour, but they work with you on your combination independently and help create a converter that's actually matched for your combination. And everybody uses different motors, different gears, different transmission gear sets, different stalls. So everyone has their own recipe, so to speak, for the type of racing that they're doing. And one of the things that's been great about working with the Hughes guys is that they actually work to make sure you've got the torque converter and the transmission for your particular type of racing, and I really think that's where the value is. One of the things that we do is the throttle stop racing, and that's where the transmission and torque converter, it's even more important that they stay consistent. So that while the motor's actually throttled down in that throttle stop position using less power, it needs to be very flat and even and stay what we call flat-lined in the RPM, and that's where we get our consistency from. And these cars, like this car here, is probably one of the top or fastest super gas cars in the country. At Pomona, it'll run about 176, 177, and here at Las Vegas, it runs about 172. And at 990, normally that would be about 130, 140 mile an hour car. So they have a lot of speed, and that comes from the torque converter and of course the horsepower that you make, but it's very important to have the right torque converter.
With all our on-track testing during national and divisional events, I can't imagine being associated with a different company that can supply a better product for what we're doing, all the way from Super Street, all the way to top sportsmen. I've been here about 13 years, and every year there's something new on the table that's working real well for us. And the on-track support is what keeps us ahead of the game, because we usually actually test at events as well as testing to get a real track advantage on what's going on as far as track prep during national events.
I'm Larry Bradshaw, owner of Iron Eagle Racing, and I've been in the drag racing business for about 35 years as a sport. Obviously, I do this for a hobby. Here today to talk about the Hughes transmission and converter products. I've been a customer of Jim Hughes and Company for about 6 years, and quite honestly, we have a mutual friend in Bob Button that put us together. And without question, Jim kind of challenged me once by giving me a converter to use to see whether or not, number one, my reaction times would improve, and number two, the slippage in the converter would be less than what I was using. I stuck it in the car. Long story short, been using Hughes products ever since. For superclass racing like I do, you get the best, most consistent reaction times, and the car operates consistently as well. And that's what you're looking for when you run super gas or 990 like I do on a consistent basis.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Joe Rubicek. I race top sportsman. Last year I won Division 7, and I use Jim Hughes products, the best trannies, best converters man can buy. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Tommy Phillips. I'm with TNT Supercars in Dallas, Texas. We build and sell Super Comp and top dragster cars, all over the country, and been racing about 20 years, been involved with Hughes transmissions and converters for about 15, and we sell their product as well. I run them in my cars personally, and since the day I've started, it's been a flawless product. It's a great product line at our store. Our customers are very happy with it, and what more can you ask for except a great product that they support better than anyone else, and you're able to come to the racetrack and look your customers in the eye because you know they're thrilled with what they have. So I run them both in my car and sell them, and couldn't be happier and wouldn't consider anything else.